Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I heard the truth in the kind of silence that crushes the ribs. A silence so sharp it felt like someone had cracked open my chest and poured ice directly into my lungs. It started with a single sentence from the embassy clerk, a sentence so calm it felt cruel. Madam, your husband's marital record shows a recent spouse, registered abroad. For a second, everything dissolved. The walls, the desk, the man's voice. All I could hear was the sound of my own heartbeat breaking apart, piece by piece. 25 years. 25 years of cooking his favorite meals, ironing his shirts before business trips, waiting for him when he was late, defending him when people whispered he traveled too much. 25 years of thinking I knew the man who slept beside me. I had filed for divorce 2 months earlier. Not because of infidelity. I hadn't known then. I filed because I felt invisible. Because the man who once memorized my tea preference now barely noticed if I was in the room. But betrayal was never part of the script I created in my head. My voice came out thin. A recent spouse? That's not possible. We're still legally married. The officer hesitated, as if wishing he didn't have to repeat it. He remarried overseas. The documents are clear. Overseas. A single word that suddenly explained every unexplained trip, every mysteriously lost receipt, every last-minute flight he claimed was for training, meetings, or company transitions. I walked out of the embassy in a haze. The sun was too bright, the air too thick. Cars passed by, honking, living their lives, as mine silently detonated. My hands trembled as I unlocked the car. The steering wheel felt foreign. I rested my forehead against it, inhaling the faint smell of leather that suddenly made me nauseous. He remarried. Not after our divorce. Not after a separation. During our marriage. During our 25 years. He didn't cheat by accident. He built another life intentionally. When I reached home, the house looked the same. Cozy. Familiar. Deceptively warm. The curtains I had chosen. The sofa we fought over. The family pictures lining the hall. But they all felt like props from a play I didn't realize I was acting in. I walked into the bedroom, the room we once shared. His suitcase was still there from his last conference. I opened it with a shaking hand. Clothes. Cologne. A small velvet pouch. My stomach flipped. Inside was a gold bracelet. Not mine. I would never wear something with such delicate butterfly charms. The tag was still attached. Turkish lettering. A date 2 months ago. 2 months ago. The same week I filed for divorce. So while I was crying in the lawyer's office, he was buying jewelry for someone else. I sank onto the bed, the bracelet in my hand. Memories began pounding in my head. His sudden interest in traveling to Istanbul. His new obsession with WhatsApp privacy settings. The way he smelled different sometimes, like a floral perfume not mine. I didn't want it to be real. I wanted any explanation that wasn't betrayal. God, I begged for one. Then my phone rang. His number. For a moment I considered not answering. Let him drown in his silence. But anger crawled up my throat, sharp and alive. I picked up. Hello. He sounded normal. Too normal. I just landed. I'll be home in an hour. Are you okay? Your message sounded urgent. Urgent. Urgent because I discovered you have a whole other wife. My voice was calm in a disturbing way. We need to talk, Ahmed. He hesitated. Talk about what? I almost laughed. About your second marriage. Silence. Not confusion. Not disbelief. A stunned, breathless silence of someone who never expected to be caught. Aliyah, I can explain. Can you? My voice cracked. Explain how you married another woman while still married to me? 25 years, Ahmed. I gave you 25 years. He sighed, the sound full of exhaustion rather than guilt. Things were complicated. We were drifting. I thought you'd understand eventually. Understand. My voice rose, sharp and wounded. Understand what? That you replaced me while I was still here. Please, he whispered. Don't make this harder than it already is. Those words shattered something inside me. Harder for him. Harder for the man who lived 2 lives without remorse. I felt something shift, An ending, clean and devastating. Don't come home, I said. Your things will be outside, and the lawyers will handle the rest. Aaliyah, wait. I hung up. Then I did something I never imagined I'd do. I removed every picture of us from the walls, stacked them on the living room floor, and stared at the faces of two people who once believed they were forever. But forever had been a lie. One he built, one I lived in unknowingly. As I carried his things outside, the evening breeze cooled the burning inside my chest. My heart still hurt, but something else stirred beneath the pain. Relief. Relief that, at least now, I knew the truth. Relief that my life from here on would be mine alone. Relief that betrayal, once revealed, loses its power. I locked the door, leaned against it, and whispered to myself as tears slid down my cheeks. It's finally over. And for the first time in 25 years, it truly was.